Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT. We are live here on YouTube with my pops because he has a lot of explaining to do. Alright, so my dad is here. What's up, pops?
Hey, how you doing?
Now, your boy, Luis King Kong Ortiz, is out here ducking.
Whack, 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 whack.
Ducking like
Whack, whack.
ducking like crazy. He ducked
Yeah.
Anthony Joshua. His team ducked the fight. They turned it down.
my God.
Let me just get your reaction to this whole situation because it deserves reaction.
Actually, I've seen on this channel that I thought there was a lot of other people ducking Ortiz, King Kong, but now I see it's the other way around. I'm very surprised for whatever offer that Eddie Hearns offered him to fight. It's probably more money than he'll probably ever make in a fight. And not only that, the fact of the matter is, and this is where I come into question: money or legacy, money or three belts, or just the possibility to even have that chance to have that is big. So I don't know. These fighters just let promoters do what they want, or managers give them advice. But I hope the managers down the road when they retire, pay up the paycheck that of the big fights that a lot of fighters lost. But for him, I'm shocked, and I'm not. I could not believe it when my son told me that. Um, and now I don't know what to say because I put my foot in my own mouth. And you all can bash me all you want. I mean, because you're gonna say he had PEDs, he was a drug tour, whatever, and maybe that's why. Or Al Heyman, the advisor, gave him some great advice, like he always has for his boxers: don't make the big fights. I've not asked Bruce Brown about that too, you know. So Finkel, manager, whatever, Al Heyman, all these fighters always have some type of excuse, but for King Kong to go ahead and just turn it down because somebody else says to him, he probably would have never made that money in a lifetime in his, not with respect to Cubans or in Cuba what he's making over here. So I don't really get it. I'm shocked, and like I said, I put my foot in my own mouth, but I'm still a fan of his either way. He can be a duck, quack all he wants to. Eventually, he's gonna get a big fight, but I don't think he's gonna make as much money as he would have done if he had gone through with Eddie Hearns and the Zone, and not even have the legacy. And you see that in a lot of the boxers today. It's all about the money, and not about the legacy of championship you can have your belt that's gonna live forever. And even Fimo came out and said that a few days ago when he talked about Mayweather ruining the boxing game by having boxers now look more at the money than the level of fighters. So King Kong is just a rubber ding dong.
Oh man, all right.
I stole that one,
I'm gonna get to you guys' comments in a minute. I see some very familiar names in the comments. Shout out to my man. What's his name? I'm drawing a blank. I can't remember his name right now. Nelson, not you, another Nelson. My man Nelson Azor. I see in the comments. So Nelson, I'm gonna get to you in a second.
Yeah.
But I wanted to get to just a couple of things. There was a statement that was released from Luis Ortiz's official, his manager's Instagram account, which basically his Instagram account because his manager runs it for him. Here's what his manager said. He said, I quote, "It's a no-go for June the 1st. Sorry, guys. We were told to stay as quiet as possible and play possum until the fight had been made because every time someone called Luis out, it would be a gimmick to promote themselves, but it still didn't work. We received news from the promoter that it's no-go, and it was all a gimmick. Hearns and lowball offers will not be accepted, and no contract even ever got sent. So sorry to all loyal fans. Luis really wanted this title shot." Then, in a separate boxing scene article, there's quotes from Jorge Carmonte from Day Promotions, who I guess worked with Ortiz. He said, I quote, "After 5 days of BS, we declined all of Hearns' lowball offers, and we are tired of his games. I know the magnitude of this fight. I wasn't going to let Hearn bully me, especially when I know they need Luis. I mean, who else could they really have to fight and that the public was willing to pay for? Listen, I like Joshua. I want to continue to do good, but I don't see eye to eye with Hearn. He's a cheat. I'm done with him. Hearn is a joke. Go take advantage of some other fighter on short notice. I'm done with the games. My fighter is a top 3 heavyweight. Okay. Treat him like one. With Al Heyman, I never had these money issues. He knows how to treat people fair." End quote. So these are the quotes from the people who run King Kong's career. Okay. What do you make of those comments?
To me, they're a crock of shit and bullshit.
Oh man.
Because at the end of the day, Al Heyman doesn't make big fights all the time. He's known for that. And at the end of the day, I guarantee he had the final decision in making. I'm not making this fight, but this is what I don't understand. A total of and $8 million has gone down the drain for these people, these boxers' career. What I'm talking about is the bronze bomber issue, where he was.
Oh yeah, the DAZN deal.
The
okay.
DAZN deal, and then now you got Ortiz making $8 million, and I guess this guy's just paying him off because I mean, in the fans are losing out. So it's $108 million that just down the drain due to the fact that they say that the zone and Eddie Hearns is cheat. Well, this is not the issue here. The issue here is why would you turn down a big opportunity to fight for 3 belts or whatever the case may be from Joshua, and your legacy can get better, and with those belts you take, if you win, would have made you some more money.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I also don't understand. It must be I don't understand how Ortiz's team are willing to have a rematch with
Wilder. I'll explain that for you in a minute.
When in reality, I think that he would have a better. I mean, the fight was great and everything, but I think he would have a better. There'd be a better draw if Joshua and Ortiz fight.
I would agree, but what I'll say is this about Ortiz. Ortiz is all. See, look, people, y'all gotta look at the bigger picture.
You always tell me that too.
Y'all gotta look at the bigger picture of what's going on here, okay? We know Al Heyman, PBC, all parties involved on that side of the pond, on that side of the street. They don't really have any control or any say in this heavyweight division because the big players in the division are, Anthony Joshua's the money guy. Mm-hmm. Tyson Fury is the lineal champion. He's the man who beat the man, and he is a guy that people recognize as the best heavyweight in the world. Many people.
Yeah.
And Wilder is just kind of there. He's just there. So he is the weakest of the big 3, so to speak.
Yeah.
And they don't want to throw Wilder. And this is my opinion. And honestly, it's not even an opinion. The dude turned out $100 million and a chance to fight for undisputed. For what?
That he wanted so bad.
Loyalty to Al. That's what it's about. Is that the new production? Loyalty to Al. They got substitute words now. But look, Ortiz is being used as a pawn in a bigger scheme to keep Wilder away from Joshua, to hold that belt hostage, so they don't lose any power in the heavyweight division.
Right.
And if you look at, we could look at the welterweight division, right? Look at the welterweight division, right?
Okay.
When PBC fighters are asked about Terrence Bud Crawford in the welterweight division, with the exception of Danny Garcia, because I've heard Danny Garcia call his name out.
Mm-hmm.
Every PBC fighter not named Danny Garcia in the welterweight division is like, oh, we're not fighting Terrence. Oh, Terrence gotta do this. Terrence gotta get a belt. So they're freezing him out, right?
Yeah.
And it's the same thing here with in a different way, because really Wilder doesn't have a lot of interesting fights, but there are a lot of opponents PBC has. You have Ortiz, you have Adam Konaki. They're trying to build Chris Arreola back up again. So they're trying to get him opponents to keep fighting, hold that belt, and bet on themselves. And then eventually they'll fight Joshua, but really it's a crock, and it's watering down the sport of boxing. You are compromising the little bit of integrity this sport has left at the expense of your own ego, at the expense of not really wanting to find out if you are the best. But then meanwhile, you're gonna posture yourself and say, "I want to fight the best. I want to prove it to the world, and all this stuff." So Deontay Wilder, and PBC and Al Heyman and the Al Heyman heavyweights, the majority of them. It's just a shame what they're doing, man. I really think they're helping water down boxing. I think a lot of the antics that PBC does pull with their fighters, and they're just this unified front, and they don't want to fight anybody, and then it's all just one big ego trip. They're contributing to the controlling ways of Al Heyman. It sucks because I personally, look, I'll be honest with you guys. I know I joke around this channel and I say things like "Thank you, Eddie Hearn" to troll the people who love Al Heyman, but really I could give a fuck less about any of these promoters. I'm a boxing fan. You see this shirt? I'm wearing a Riddick Boy Evander Holyfield shirt. You see these posters in the background? These are posters of he's got a Canelo shirt on. These are posters of fighters. I'm a fight fan. By the way, Michael Vick said nice shirt.
Thank you, man. I'm gonna send you something. Don't worry. Thank you.
But I'm a fight fan, so I want to see the best fights. I want to be out when a contract is signed and they put these press releases out and these fight posters out. I want to see it and say, damn, it's finally happening. I can't wait for that fight. I love that feeling when there's a fight that's happening, and I say, I can't wait for that fight. Like, I remember when Fury and Wilder was happening, and the whole build going into the fight, I said, damn, I can't wait for that fight to happen. Because I knew going into it, it was going to be a great fight. The styles matched up well. You had the Fury headlines coming in, the Fury story with the mental health and whatnot. So it was a very
it just bothers me to no end that you as a fighter would just let everybody else tell you what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and then down the road when you're like walking in the cane, looking back, you'll be like, damn, what did I do to myself? And that's what I see in Bronze Wild, and that's what I see in Luis Ortiz. And another question on Luis Ortiz that people have been saying that he's a lot older than what he actually says he is. Whether that makes any difference or not, whether maybe the fight was too early for him to actually go ahead and take the fight because of whatever nutrients or chemicals he's taking. Who knows? At the end of the day, you can't say all these boxers are just backing out all these big fights. You can't say you didn't get an opportunity to be heavyweight champion of the world when the door was knocking on your door and you didn't want to take it.
Straight up. So that's what it is. We have so the short list was released. I think it was yesterday, yesterday, about 19 hours ago, was released via ESPN. The short list is as follows. So I want to read it to you and just see what you think about it. You have Andy Ruiz Jr., another Al Haymon heavyweight. You have Michael Hunter, a guy who signed to his own, who I've been saying is going to be running for this fight. Okay. You got Manuel Char, you got Trevor Bryan, and you got Ajit Caballero. Okay. Now, of those names I mentioned, of those names I mentioned,
you can ask the fans who they know.
Let me know. Well, you guys let me know. I want y'all, the 19 of y'all that are here.
Who's Ajit?
First of all, the 19 of y'all that are here, in the comment section, let me know between Andy Ruiz, Michael Hunter, Manuel Char, Trevor Bryan, and Ajit Caballero. Who do you guys think Anthony Joshua should pick out of that bunch? Now, I'm going to let you answer that first. Who do you think of that bunch?
There's only two fighters that I like. My favorite one that's running like a duck was Ortiz, and so that's out the question. And that really, I'm still dumbfounded by that. But the other two names that stick out to me is that I would like to see either Trevor Bryan first choice, or I did like Andy Ruiz Jr.
Well, in the comments right now, Andy Ruiz, I mean, literally, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people commenting Andy Ruiz. Everybody wants to see Andy Ruiz, and
people are aware of who Trevor Bryan is. I mean, on their own accord. They know
boxing fans not so much because see, Trevor Bryan's career has been an interesting one because he signed Down King. He hasn't, to my knowledge, he hasn't had a fight on TV since 2015 when he fought on Showtime against Derek Rossi. He signed contracts to fight Dominic Brazil, to fight Jarrell Miller.
And nothing.
Nothing happened with those fights.
I mean, so.
But I think ideally, look, if they can get Andy Ruiz in that ring, then I think that should be the first choice because I think Andy Ruiz is the best fighter on that list. But I'm being realistic here.
Over Trevor Bryan?
I think he's a better fighter than Trevor Bryan.
What do you see in him that you don't see?
Better counter puncher, better hand speed, better head movement.
I don't know. I'm gonna tell you right now. If I was, you right what you're saying. I mean, for a big guy, Ruiz, I'm saying well-rounded and whatever. I didn't expect it to be the way he boxes, the way he attacks his opponent. But I love the way he fights. He's very aggressive. I like that. But I'm not gonna take nothing away from Trevor Bryan. I think Trevor Bryan. We got a short end of the stick for a long time, and I've seen him in the gym. And if I was a betting man, I'm gonna take him.
Okay, so look, I'm gonna say this about Andy. I'm gonna say this about Andy Ruiz. Okay, Andy Ruiz, if Uncle Al will take a leash off of him and let him fight AJ, that'd be the fight that we should get. But I don't think Al will let him take that fight. I think Andy Ruiz will be used as another pawn for the Wilder opponent scheme. With Ortiz, Kanaki, Ruiz, all them guys.
Right.
He'll be in that mix.
Crazy.
So ideally, for me, when I look at this situation, this is my perspective. I think it comes down to two fighters. It comes down to Michael Hunter, who just signed into the zone, a cruiserweight that just moved up. Okay. He's a safe, from the Hearn side of things, Michael Hunter is a safe opponent. Okay, he's a safe opponent. Right. He's a guy that just moved up to the weight. He's a smaller heavyweight. He's gonna move around the ring. Right. Joshua had to go find him. Joshua could probably get him out of there and land a nice and get a nice knockout.
I'm so pissed off about that.
But I think realistically, of the guys who are realistic options, Ruiz is not a realistic option. For me, it's not because Al Haymon is behind him.
Okay, but how?
Trevor Bryan to me is the guy that should be getting this fight because Trevor Bryan, for one, let's have it right. He's a full-fledged heavyweight. Okay, Michael Hunter, not a full-fledged heavyweight. So Trevor Bryan, a full-fledged, that's one. An American. Eddie Hearn said out of his own damn mouth in any interviews, he needs to be an American. So Trevor Bryant in American heavyweight. Undefeated American heavyweight. That's 2. That's 3. And then 4, an undefeated American heavyweight from New York.
There you go.
From New York. Well,
one more deal.
It's an ideal choice. And he's a WBA interim champion.
And why that's why I'm saying all these sectioning bodies. You got the WBC, WBA, IBO, IBF. You got all these sectioning bodies, but who has the power to mandate anything? Like literally, like that's what I'm saying. Like I think we were talking about Trevor Bryant before, and you were telling he's been waiting quite a while for a fight. And this guy's training for all
his
these
last
fights.
fight, if I'm not mistaken, the last fight he had to win the WBA interim title. Fought BJ Flores, a cruiserweight, a blown-up cruiserweight.
And what I like about not just Trevor Bryant himself, I like Stacey McKinley. He trained, wasn't he part of training Mike Tyson? He came from the Kronk Gym in Detroit, and he knows what he's doing.
And I mean, I saw Trevor spar the other day. He sparred a really good amateur, and he's improved a lot. A lot of parts of his skill set have improved over time. So just give him a chance, man.
And he gives I like McKinley. He's honest on both sides of the ledger. He's admitted that that Anthony Joshua was the best skilled heavyweight all the way around. One of the interviews, and so he's not hating on Joshua. He just thinks that now it's his time for Trevor Bryant, who quietly sitting on the sidelines, waiting for his turn, and nobody's want to give him that opportunity. And I think if he gets that opportunity, he's going to see the dream go to work.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much our take on the whole situation. Obviously, we want to see big fights. We won't, obviously, if it's up to me, if I ran everything, Wilder will be fighting Tyson Fury tomorrow.
Right.
That's what I want to see.
Right.
But of the realistic, and I want to stress the word realistic options, because for his replacement opponent, I don't think it should be some random ass fighter from Europe. It can't. So Ajit Caballero shouldn't be an option. Manuel Char should not be an option. They have no commercial value in America. They're not American, and well, that's it. Ruiz Al Haymon guy, I don't see it happening. So Michael Hunter, Trevor Bryant, that's what it comes down to for me. Of those two, Trevor Bryant, full-fledged heavyweight, undefeated, interim WBA champion, New York City. What more do you want?
I have to agree with Evander Holyfield the other day when you interviewed him, when he was saying a lot of people commented saying that he's biased to a certain fighter, this and that. Take it at whatever you want to take it as, but to me, I have to agree with the fact that there should be an American fighter coming to America. Being in America and representing America in the ring with Anthony Joshua or any other heavyweight from another country. And I compare it to products from let's say made in Japan, made in China, and in the U.S. What do you want to support? You want your money to stay in your country. You want that product to represent the country to make it stronger. So what better way to have somebody like Trevor Bryant, and yes, I am what's it called, lobbying for Trevor Bryant because he's American, and the same reasons he got to bring him in here in New York, he's from New York, and represent the USA. It shouldn't be now that Gerald Miller messed up or whatever, made a mistake or whatever you want to call it, he's out of the picture, that now it should just be the big UK champion come here to our country. He's stepping his feet into our turf, but yeah, he's going to be the big name. No, I don't think so. I think it should be the most American, and realistically, I'm going to say again, Trevor Bryant.
Okay. Let's get to some comments,
sure,
because I've been seeing a lot of comments. So see, my man Unemployed Mario, what's up, champ, and PC Jacob said they both put ducking emojis. So yeah, they're in agreement. They think Ortiz is ducking.
Well, not to cut you off. This is why I get mad about the sanctioning bodies. Supposedly the WBC is the best out of all the sanctioning bodies, so they overpower all the. Who has the power to mandate all these fights? We're the fans. We're the ones suffering. I'm so sick of this. Even though I'm a big fan of Ortiz, and he's another duck with the other ducks, or another cherry, so to speak, in the basket. So somebody got to change this.
The sad part is, I guarantee you his next fight won't even be against another top PBC heavyweight. Okay, so like Ortiz took the fight, fine. Then I want to see Ortiz's next fight. I want to see him fighting Andy Ruiz or Adam Kanaki next. That's his next fight. But you know what's probably gonna happen? They're probably gonna dig from the bottom of the barrel of the heavyweight professional ranks of boxing, and that's who we fight next, because it's a safe opponent, and they want to make sure Ortiz don't get beat and they continue looking good, so they can build him up for a while the rematch. That's what's gonna happen. Straight up and down. That's what's gonna happen.
What my thing is, why? And this is my mentality, not just as a competitor. You want to be the best at what you do and make your legacy. Why would you turn down Anthony Joshua fight with one of the best heavyweight champions, Tyson Fury from the UK, but with 3 belts, he wants to be undisputed. A chance that you might possibly get to fight Wilder, who just has 1 belt from the WBC, and he doesn't even know what's 1 plus 1 or 2 plus 2 is.
Yeah.
As far as money goes.
That's true.
So.
But I want to get these comments. So
Okay.
Mike Vick said Ortiz missed the only payday he had left.
Absolutely.
I would agree.
Yes, sir.
I would agree 1,000%.
Yep.
Okay, so this is the comment I really want to get to because I know this guy personally. We've spoken times at the Stacey McKinley's gym. I've done interviews with him, with Isaac Ekbo and other African fighters. He's a big power in the African boxing scene. My man Nelson Azor, okay?
Got a good name.
He's a manager, okay? And he's very well connected here in South Florida.
Okay.
I know he spends a lot of time at the Ortiz gym because I've gone to the gym.
Literally gone.
Been in the gym with him.
Wow.
With his fighter sparring in that Ortiz gym.
Mm-hmm.
And he said this. He said that this is absolutely not true. That he's referring to the fact that Ortiz ducking Joshua. He says it's not true. And he also went on to say that Ortiz had surgery after the fight against Christian Hammer, and that he just resumed training camp last week. But my response to you, Nelson, and just so you know, his name is LPMG Boxing TV. My response to you, Nelson, is respectfully, because I have a lot of respect for you, is this is the heavyweight this is heavyweight boxing, my friend. This is he's getting offered. I mean, I get it. You're in the fight game to make money. You're a prize fighter. Let's just say he got offered $1 million. I don't give a damn if he got offered $1 million to fight Anthony Joshua. It's still a chance to fight for the unified heavyweight championship of the world at the Madison Square Garden. It don't get much bigger than that for heavyweight boxing. Even if Ortiz goes in there and he loses in a valiant effort, you know what happens? His stock goes just like that.
Sure.
And he's gonna be remembered forever. He's going to be remembered as someone in boxing history. And then guess what? If he wins the fight,
forget about
all of a sudden he's the first Cuban heavyweight champion. He does it in style by being the money man in the division. And he can then dictate things from... He's in the driver's seat of boxing.
Yeah.
But he's turning that down for what? Loyalty to Al? I mean...
crazy.
Look, it's his career. I'm just a kid from Dania, with boxing posts behind me talking about boxing because it's a sport I love that I hold near and dear to my heart. But it's just horrible what he's doing by turning this down.
And not for nothing, you come from a country where you don't have anything, and you come to this country where you earn and you get everything, and you get a lot of opportunities to better your life. How can you you either have to be dumb and stupid, or blind, or believe in your team so much that they're gonna make you more money in your next fights that you don't even know what's guaranteeing those fights. You only got, I'm talking about Ortiz, you only got $500,000 with the Wilder fight. So now you're gonna get what? How much? 8 times more, 7 times
Something
more
like
of that.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna take that. And if you ever go back to your country or whatever, you know how much money that would be. So I mean, this is where I get mad about boxing. And even for the boxers themselves, because down the road, when somebody questions you, I didn't get a chance with, like you always tell me, sometimes some of the boxers just talk a lot of BS on live, on TV, but the reality, they think it's something else, and they know they're not going to this and that.
And this looks extra bad on Ortiz too, because he was saying, yeah, if somebody pulls up the Joshua fight, I'm ready, I'll step in. And then now is your chance to step in.
Oh,
Man, now you're not stepping in. You have a chance to go to the big dance, but you're not going to the big dance. You're not hiking up your skirt, and you don't wanna go to the big dance. So you want to stay at home and you want to play with yourself and not go to the big dance.
And this is what I don't understand. You rather fight Bronze Bomber, who has 1 belt, who hasn't made as much of who doesn't, people hardly know who he is.
He'd rather fight the 3rd best heavyweight in the world than fight arguably the best heavyweight in the world.
I don't understand that. So do you really want to be a champion, or you just want to be in the ducking club? Guess what? You in both.
Shout out to my man Bruce Vane. But Bruce Vane, if you see this video, you need to make a video of the Duck Chronicles. That's what you call it, the Duck Chronicles.
Yeah.
You need to add Luis Ortiz to this because this is proper ducking, like my man Tom said.
Like my son and I was talking about. You should have a can of cherries right here and just pick out all the cherries you want.
1,000%.
Because I'm so upset about what's happened again. So how can you respect a boxer or a team that doesn't do that to what the fans want?
you got people saying that they never my man PC Jacob said, I never want to hear that Ortiz is the boogeyman ever again. I mean, neither, because I'd hear from this guy all the time, him telling me about, oh, these guys are afraid to fight the old man, and
it's.
I've been telling him, Dillian White will knock him
My
into the
son been
next
telling me
month.
for years. He says, Nelson, Dad, I love you and all, but this is not. Luis Ortiz is not as realistic as you think they're making him out to be. He's hiding behind all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's come out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting here like a jerk,
Mm-hmm.
putting my both feet in my mouth, saying, "Oh yeah, stuck in. Nobody give him. He's too old." And this and that.
I don't mean to cut you off, but I wanted to ask about this because me and Paul were talking about this earlier when we were eating, and I haven't even talked to you about this yet, so I want to get your take. So we know that Jarrell Miller failed a drug test, and we know that the main reason he failed a drug test was because there was VADA drug testing for this fight. We know Jarrell Miller was not signed up for the WBC clean boxing program, so he wasn't even. He raised suspicion years ago that he was on something.
Right.
But a lot of people are saying that maybe Ortiz did want to take this fight, but he didn't take this fight because he had something in his system, and he didn't want to be subjected to what Jarrell Miller had just went through.
I mean, like I said, it's like a lot of people saying, once a cheater, always a cheater. They've questioned him, or they did catch him, right? In PEDs before, Ortiz, so that could be it too. At the end of the day, you should be honest with yourself. It's not fair for honest boxers that are sweating tears in the gym and doing it the right way, and people trying to get an advantage, especially if you got banned or you got fined. You should know the consequences. So you're not being fair to the true fans, and you're not being fair to boxing as a whole. And if you can live with that, Ortiz, esto es, como te digo yo, eso es una falta de respeto para el deporte de boxeo, y debe uno ver la realidad que tú no quieres ser campeón. I think it's a big disrespectful for Ortiz to be, but your actions speak for itself.
Absolutely. So yeah, man, just Luis Ortiz. I'm very disappointed in him, man. And I listen. He can fight Wilder again. It'll be cool. Fine, great. It's all good. But I could give a shit less about what happens.
And I'm gonna classify Ortiz and even Barnes-Bomber. You both have had an opportunity to fight the big dog in the heavyweight division. Say what you want. Besides lineal champ Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, but you've had your chance to knock on the door, and you didn't want to do it because you're making all kinds of excuses. If you didn't get those belts from Joshua, you would have made more money and more, who knows, more sports, sponsorship or whatever. And you don't realize that because you listen to Al Heyman or whoever the hell he is. Because I never see him. I don't want to see him in the public. Because believe me, I gotta go left hook with him, and I will give it to him before anybody else will wake him up. Because he's hurting the fans, and we're the ones that are suffering to see actual big fights.
Okay. I'll just say this, man. Like I never thought I would get on here today and be talking positively about this heavyweight I'm about to mention.
Oh, my Lord.
You know what I'm gonna say, right?
No, I don't know.
Dave Allen has more balls than these guys.
The Rhino.
I was live here on YouTube today, and I was slagging off Dave Allen.
Are you saying because of
saying that he sucks and he's a bum?
Yeah,
but you know what?
Yeah.
Dave Allen. I bet you if you have a Dave Allen this kind of money, he'd take the damn fight.
But he said something. It's funny. After the interview, after the post-fight, he did say that he was joking about it, though. I said, I'll take anybody. I'll even take Anthony Joshua. And he was just joking about it.
I believe him, though, because I was seeing him on his Instagram.
So all you UK fans, did you just hit BT? He actually admitted that the Rhino...
The Rhino has more balls than these guys. And I think the Rhino was trash, to be honest with you. But to be objective, though...
Yeah.
Dave Allen, right? We look at Dave Allen's career, because I'm going to remove my feelings.
Right.
And I want to look at his career. Dave Allen, okay, this is a guy, just so you know, he only had 10 amateur fights.
Wow, that's it?
And then, in his career, if you look at some of the guys he's fought, he's been in there with Dillian White. Didn't get stopped against Dillian White, which is impressive because Dillian White can punch.
Right.
He fought Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz took Ortiz a while to break him down. I remember that fight. Now he's fought Leroy Thomas twice.
Yeah.
He fought Tony Yoka, a top French heavyweight. Now he's picked up the biggest win of his career and beaten Lucas Brown. And I was on his Instagram the other day, and he said that he'd love a Luis Ortiz rematch. So I mean, the Rhino.
And I think
the Rhino has more balls than these guys.
He's not running away from fights. You got to give them the respect, whether they're not as talented or better than the other fighters above the echelon, but they're not afraid to take those fights. And okay, we've had the discussion about Joshua. Eddie Hearns, I'm trying to protect his cash cow, blah 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 blah. But one thing I gotta give Eddie Hearns, he puts his fighters out there. I mean, I don't know what the difference was between Dylan White and him. What they had a big discrepancy on money, but I think that would have been a beautiful fight to see again, Joshua and Dylan White. But I don't know what was the difference in money. But I like Eddie Hearns because he puts his fighters out there and keeps them active.
Absolutely. So let's get to some more comments.
Okay,
let's see what y'all are saying. First of all, also I wanted to say hi to my man. What's up, Triple JJJ and Johnny Boy? What's up? I saw you guys say hi to me. I didn't want to ignore you guys. One person, Mike Vick said, Vladimir or Bo, already Bo for his next opponent.
I don't know. I mean, that's funny.
Or Jenny Sushi's boyfriend. And they said Pulev. They said Pulev.
Who knows, man? Who knows? Honestly, if it ever happened, I see Klitschko. He's in good shape. He looks good. I think that guy's like, his brother's in politics and he's busy, and he's doing something with himself. I'm not saying that Blali's not doing that, but I honestly think that he's just like, you always see him on Instagram going here, doing this function and that function, just to keep busy. But if somebody put a big box of steak with dollar signs behind it, who knows if you won't chew it up, you know? I would love to see him come back. It would add more interesting to the fights, and at least we know he won't be ducking nobody. And like Ortiz, he really disappointed me a lot.
Yo, Ortiz, whatever, man. But honestly, I'm just gonna keep it 100. I know we got people here who are AJ fans, and we got some Wilder fans. But I think this is all just bullshit because we're all just delaying the inevitable of when my man Tyson Fury slaps all these heavyweights up. He gonna slap Joshua up. He gonna slap what's his name, Dillian White up. He's the best heavyweight on the planet, and y'all gonna find out later once y'all hike up your skills. Because it seems like the only heavyweights with balls these days are Anthony Joshua, because he took the risk to put himself in this position. You know, Eddie had to overpay fighters a bunch of times just to get him some of these belts. So Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury. You know, there's a gotta be said what Tyson Fury did. I mean, the guy literally got up off of his couch and outboxed Wilder. So you got Joshua Fury. I would even say Dave Allen.
Yeah.
Dave Allen. Shout out to Dave Allen.
It's funny again. I'm gonna bring this the interview that my son was talking to the other day with Vander Holyfield, where he brought out that because the question was, is there anybody out there that can actually adjust and fight Fury? And Holyfield came out and said, you can't train for that because you don't know what he's gonna do. He's so awkward that he actually, you know, messes up your mind as a boxer. How you gonna deal? What kind of game plan you gonna come for him? Mm-hmm. And that being said, I mean, Fury can slap AJ, but AJ's gonna punch him. But Fury's the man because Fury was not afraid to come to America and play this politics game and did what he had to do. So I have to give him respect. He says things the way they are, and he calls it the way it is, regardless if he went to top rank or whatever. But there's a reason why I like Fury, and he's straightforward. So I gotta give him that much respect. I'm not saying Joshua is the same.
Hey, you know what's funny? My main man James Burrow said Tyson Fury is fighting Tom Schwartz, and you know what's funny? I'm so glad you brought that up because people are so quick to bring it up. So I want to show you guys my computer. Look, just so you guys can kind of see what I'm looking at on my computer. No, you probably can't see because I can't really zoom in that closely. But just so you guys know, Tom Schwartz. I know he's Tom Schwartz. He's a whatever German heavyweight. But you know what? That whatever German heavyweight just also coincidentally is ranked number 2 in the WBO. So guess what? Tyson Fury beats Tom Schwartz, and he's a mandatory for who?
Ooh.
Anthony Joshua. So y'all can slag out the Tom Schwartz fight all you want, but it has purpose. He might be getting that Anthony Joshua title fight sooner than we think, and we might be seeing the Jiu-Jitsu King going over to wherever and slapping this man up, because that's what he's gonna do. He fights Anthony Joshua. He's too damn stiff to be in there with the Gypsy King.
Yeah, and the UK, that'd be a great fight either way. I'll tell you that right now.
If it's in the UK, Bob Brown might be greedy and put it in Vegas. Should be in the UK though.
God. It should be in the UK, and I think that's one thing I would say. Having Fury, I think they're making. We were talking about this too. We were saying the Fury and the if that Joshua fight, if it ever happens.
Dillian White is one, yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about that he'd probably make more money here in America. I totally disagree. I think it'd be more money he would make in the UK because of the status of how famous they are, and status of both fighters.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So, yeah, I agree. But it's your boy Big C. We are live here on YouTube with my dad.
Yep.
Reacting to Luis Ortiz ducking Anthony Joshua.
That's my boy.
Why?
I've been saying all this time, people don't want to fight him because he's too old. Nobody want to get in the ring with him. And then he comes and slaps me in the face with that like a bitch. Ortiz, when I see you, you and me gonna have it out.
But yeah, y'all hit that like button, man. Hit the
Yeah.
like button. Subscribe, do that good stuff. Let me know. Let me know what city. I mean, I know we're not live. It's not live fight reaction. We do this on live fight reaction, but
Yeah.
let me know what city, what state, what continent you guys are watching from. Represent in the comments down below. As always, as you can see in the title, we are in the greatest city in the world, and that is Dania Beach, Florida. Let's get to some comments. What else are you guys saying? He is ranked number 5 in Germany. LOL. The only reason he's number 2 in the WBO is Bob and Frank told him to rank him number 2. Okay, and they're there, and he's fighting them, so.
Fight's
He
not
beats
bad
him.
either, though.
He's just that much closer
Yeah.
to being a mandatory.
Yeah.
And Josh will have to come see him.
Fight's not bad either, though. What, top 5? Might have another day.
This is the greatest comment of all time. Shout out to my man Hawker Mustang. He says, I just turned off Pornhub to watch your video.
Yo, you do that later, you know? That's top boxing now, you know? Top boxing.
That might be the funniest thing anybody's ever said.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to screenshot that one later on.
yeah, that's funny.
But let's see. We got Dublin, Ireland in the building.
Wow.
Killian, Texas.
Oh, yeah.
Council Buffs, Iowa, New Zealand.
Wow.
We international up in this mofo.
Yo, we talking boxing all day.
I'm an international superstar like Carl Froch.
That's
Or
it.
to my man Tyann Booth.
Yeah, so, I mean, what else? Any more questions?
You keep
there?
talking about, hold on. You keep
Yeah.
talking about, hold on. I'm gonna pull up boxing scene.
Yeah.
All right. I'm
I
gonna
mean,
go look up some boxing news.
You guys tell me what other heavyweights, like there's a lot of heavyweights, Dubois, he's young, but I think he'd be a good fight.
He's fighting this week.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you got Joyce. Even though he's at, why didn't they call these guys? I know they're not. I don't know what they're rated in the heavyweight division, but Joyce, Dubois, the young cats. I mean, and they should get a chance. I mean, they could call that'd be a good fight up there. I think Dubois and even Joshua. They say that Dubois might be the next coming Joshua, and who knows? But that would have been a great fight up there in the UK. I don't know how popular Dubois really is in the UK as much as I know Joshua, but I don't know about. But I know he's got somebody has something good about him over there because his last fights and everything, he's showing what he's all about.
All right.
You know, so that's what I'm.
We saw what it's all about.
Yeah.
But you know, we're gonna get some other boxing news today. Hey,
Oh, you give me
we're
some?
gonna hold
Oh,
on.
I can have a little
We're
bit of
gonna we're gonna get some boxing news today.
Oh.
But this is gonna be special.
Yeah.
This is gonna be special. Hey,
Good.
first of all, shout out to my main man Tyann Booth. We got some Echo Falls. You
got
see that?
that? We got
that
Echo Falls in the
Echo
house.
Falls in
Yeah.
the building.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pull my popsicle
something
glass.
right here, you know?
We gonna drink some Echo
Yeah.
Falls,
Yeah.
and we gonna read some of the boxing news.
That's
Where's
it.
the Tyann Booth?
Yeah, there you go.
Let's see. There you go. Let's see some of this
Oh,
mango,
peach,
Echo
apple,
Falls.
Yeah, here we go.
There you go.
Get to my fans, I
I'm
love
gonna
you all.
pour myself some Echo
And thank you for
Falls.
supporting True School
Let's
Sports.
go, champ.
Yeah, let's go, champ.
Let me see. Y'all talking about F.A. Jogba and
Oh,
Dan
not bad.
Dubois.
Not
I'm
bad.
gonna get to y'all comments today.
Well-
I'm gonna pour me a glass of this Echo Falls.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, Jaguar, whatever, from the he's also Al Heyman. I like that heavyweight. He's strong. He's got some skills, but I think he needs to work more on his footing as far as when he gets in the ring. I think he's too stiff for heavyweight. So, but I mean, I'm not counting him out. I would love to see him fight anybody. That's one thing about that. And what was the other? What was he talking about? What was the other comments to say? What else?
Let's see. I wanted to address the whole F.A. Jogba, Dan Dubois situation. You know, obviously, I like Dubois. I'm looking very forward to his fight this weekend with I believe his name was Richard Larte. I think he's got championship. He's a championship caliber fighter. Jogba got a lot more seasoning and work to do. I think his learning curve is a lot more steeper than that of a Dubois. But both promising prospects.
he's got power. We've seen his power. But I mean, that being said, I think, like I said, when I see him in the ring, I don't see a lot of movement for him as a heavyweight, and he seems a lot lighter than a lot of the heavyweights too. And so he should be more, let's say, agile or more movement. Should be able to move more better than what he's doing. I don't know if that's just his team or that's just the way he is.
Absolutely not. What else we got? We got.
We say Dubois fighting this Dubois.
So Mike Vick says Sergey Kovalev will do better against Joshua than some of these heavyweights.
You know what? I'm going to drink to that. Thank you.
Let's see. Someone said that your dad looks like John Gotti.
Hey, I'll take anything as a compliment.
Mafioso up
You
in
know
this
that?
mofo.
We don't play around here. I don't shoot you. I punch you.
Ooh.
True School Sports.
Let's
That's
go,
fun. Yeah. Let's go, champ.
champ.
But yeah, Who would you guys really like to see Joshua fight, even off the record, if they're whatever their past is, whatever, anywhere? Who would you guys like to see Joshua fight? Besides Fury, I mean,
Echo Falls, the Wine of Champions. That's right.
Yeah.
Tyann Boot. Yo, we gotta get Tyann Boot the Echo Falls sponsorship. I got a video coming out on that soon. So that's actually why I bought that bottle of Echo Falls. But y'all will see soon.
Yeah.
Very soon.
Another powerful. Pull up would have been nice. But what's that? He's suspended, right?
Pulev?
Didn't he get suspended?
But like California, he still can fight any of the state with California.
Okay, so that fight can be made. You know what I mean? He still can. I mean, you got Pulev. You got what's the other guy? Pulev. That like. Ruiz, obviously for the first time, I really like him. He's young. He looks like he's young. When I first saw him, I thought he couldn't throw any punches, but damn, that guy's aggressive. Just like I really wanted Alan. What's his name? Polish guy.
Adam Konaki.
I liked him, man. And my son and I were talking about that would be a good fight if they both fight each other. But aren't they both Al Heyman fighters?
Exactly, like it's easy.
But that would be a great fight. But will he do that though? You know,
I don't know.
that's what's crazy about
They're
that.
all part of the wilder opponent Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with that. And my son was also telling me that and I should have been more aware of this, that most of PBC fighters don't do VADA testing, and one name that comes to mind that people always throw out there in the air is Earl Spence.
Yeah.
I don't know. So how can you? So how do they get over? They go to different body to test, where it's more lenient, more easy to get.
Wait, say it again.
What I was saying was the PBC fighters, they all don't. The majority don't do VADA testing. One name that comes out to mind that everybody throws is Spence. And my question to you is, who do they test with then to give them the flyby, give them the easy riding to
USADA.
And that's just as equal as the other.
No.
So,
I can explain this to you. It's very lengthy, but I'll do my best to explain it to you. So USADA and VADA are two separate entities for drug testing. Okay. VADA is the voluntary anti-doping agency. VADA testing, they have the most stringent drug testing in boxing. They have this thing called the carbon isotope test, which it literally tests you all the way down to your DNA, your bloodstream, your blood cells, all that stuff. You get tested. So literally, if there's anything in your system, you'll be found out.
Straight up.
USADA, it's a little different. You know, Floyd Mayweather championed USADA drug testing because it's a lot more lenient, and he was able to manipulate USADA a lot. And he called it Olympic-style drug testing when it's not Olympic-style drug testing. But a lot of Al Heyman fighters use it because there's more loopholes. So if they want to, not just Al Heyman fighters in general, but a lot of Al Heyman fighters tend to use it because if they want to put something, if they want to juice, they can manipulate the system. So there's videos that explain way better than I'm explaining to you right now.
So let me ask you a question right now. We'll play a little role playing here. Manager, promoter, the contract and everything. Okay, I'm fighting you.
Okay.
Right? And I want to fight you. I'm going through the VADA testing. My promoter will agree on the contract, the money, whatever. And then I see that you with USADA. I have to question your credibility.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, yeah, you get through with fighting and everything in this belt or whatever. But that would be my mind. Like that would affect me not the whole fight, but will I agree to something like that, knowing that your credibility, or do they even care about that?
I don't care about that. Generally speaking, when two fighters fight, they agreed to the same drug testing. So whether it be USADA or VADA, they're gonna agree on one more drug testing.
Mm-hmm.
But when the contracts are signed, they'll say, okay, we're gonna take USADA or take VADA.
Right.
But listen, the facts are this. Okay, these are the facts. These are the undisputed, cold hard facts.
Okay.
I don't give a shit if you interview any Al Heyman fighters or you hear them talk. These are the facts. USADA, as far as in boxing, I know in UFC it's different, but in boxing, USADA has never caught or suspended anybody at the top level of professional boxing. As for VADA, it happens incredibly frequently.
So now let's turn the table on the same thing I was just talking about. So now you beat me. Now you beat the crap out of me and you get my belt or whatever. Can I question credibility on that? So I don't know, test him again for whatever or no? It's just the way it is.
It's just the way it is. When you sign a contract, you agree to the same drug testing as the other fighter. The only way to avoid guys cheating in boxing is to do 24/7, year-round, 365 drug testing. And the only fighter that I know that does it, to my knowledge, because again, VADA is also very expensive. But I feel like if you're in boxing, if you want to have that integrity, if you want to have that name, then you should take the extra precaution. And the only guy that I know that that has taken that level of extra precaution is Nonito Donaire.
Are you serious? Him? So you're telling me
and he's no bum. It's not like he's out here.
You're talking all these heavyweights that have passed and gone.
I'm talking about
as clean as him.
No, you can take VADA testing for your fights and whatnot, and it's still gonna be fine. But I'm talking about 24/7, 365 year round. I'm talking about you don't even got a fight coming up, and they just come to your door. I'm talking about that.
Yeah.
He's the only guy in boxing I know that has openly been an advocate for and done himself. Not just been an advocate, but done it himself. 24/7, 365 year round drug testing.
So his actions speak for
that's it, and that's why I can get behind Nonito Donaire. And you know what? Best of luck to shameless plug. He's fighting this weekend against Zolani Tete in the semifinal of the World Boxing Super Series.
I got Tete though. I like him, but I got Tete.
I'm gonna go with my boy Donaire.
Yeah,
man.
but so basically, you have to respect a boxer like that that's dedicated his time the whole time. But does boxing not only have a list of all the banned substances? Do they also have a list of all the nutritional things out there for boxers to use that they're not gonna, like that is good for the body from the training? You only hear the negative.
Say for what it's worth, but Jarrell Miller came out way before all this drug testing happened, and he said that a problem that these sanctioning bodies have is they don't tell you what's banned and what's not banned, and like for example, like they tell you'll know what's banned, but like sometimes they might ban something new,
and they'll tell you,
and they don't get notified of it. But it's kind of hard to take what he's saying seriously now because the dude who's taking things that have been banned since 2007. So it is what it is, man. Let's get to some of these comments. Okay. I see a lot of them.
Go ahead.
Some of you are asking me about Kell Brook and Errol Spence. You're asking me. You said if Brook fought Spence, would he do better? Yeah, I think he'd do better than Khan. Kell Brook is a naturally bigger welterweight. Kell Brook, not Spence. I mean Crawford.
Yeah.
Kell Brook's a naturally bigger welterweight. He's has more power. I think he's not. Honestly, Khan is. I hate to say this because he's had a reputation for taking some big risky fights, but Kell Brook's got a little bit more dog in him than Khan. A lot more dog in him. In fact, I would venture to say that the one thing Khan's like his whole entire career is some freaking toughness and some grit. He's got skills.
Yeah.
We know that. Got speed.
Yeah.
We know that.
Yeah.
But
that's what I'm saying. It's like I'll start playing on a baseball team or a basketball team, and he's got everything you want him to have, but he doesn't have the heart to withstand it and go forward to attain his goal.
Yeah.
That's what we saw between Khan and Crawford. I don't want to hear no excuses.
Canelo versus Sergey Kovalev, SSB 28. Big shout out to him. He asked that question.
Oh my God, Jesus. I'm taking Kovalev, even though Canelo's the younger of the two, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I like Kovalev all the way around. I mean, that's just me. I'm not hating on Canelo, as you can see. Thank you, Michael Vick, for the Canelo Jacobs shirt, and of course it got
Someone said, "Imagine Mayweather on the juice." He was on steroids. He was on the juice.
I think a lot of his fights just like I didn't like the fact that just me and people say, "Oh, the champion has a choice where he wants to have the fight, whatever." The majority of his fights were in Las Vegas, but I always call it the corrupt. What you would call it?
Most corrupt place to fight in the world.
And he's never
the fight capital of the world. There you go.
And he's never gone out of that zone or out of that what you would call it. So for me. When a champion doesn't do that, you're gonna always say whatever you want to say about it. But I think there's a bunch of BS behind it that we never got to see. But we know why Mayweather did it. You know what I mean? He wanted the edge, and he knew he had the edge in Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, man. And yeah, y'all going in on Floyd for his excessive use of PEDs.
Yeah.
We all know that.
But then somebody also said that Manny back in the day, Manny Pacquiao was being accused by Floyd, wasn't he? For taking
there's a famous video, and for those of you who followed Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd for all those years, you'll know what this is exactly what I'm talking about. Floyd's in a room with a bunch of sports writers and people from his team, and he's talking about Manny Pacquiao, and he's talking about how Manny Pacquiao his head's gotten bigger, and Mosley couldn't walk through Cotto, but he's walking through Cotto, and he's like, y'all are saying I'm a scared and a coward, but guess what? I'm a rich coward.
Yeah.
Man.
Because, they always bring that up. Oh, Don't get it twisted. Manny Pacquiao did this at one time.
Yeah, see, Triple JJJ knows about that video. Like,
Oh, is it?
that was such a great video.
Was that in the 80s or
no,
90s?
that was like 2007, 2008.
Wow.
But there are certain videos in boxing you can watch them and they're always fun. Like that one's one of them.
Yeah.
To this day, never gets old with Wilder.
Right.
Like that's a classic.
Yeah, you'll always see that over and over and enjoy it all the time. You know what I mean? But yeah, so that's a good question to ask. What are some good nutritional supplements that boxers can take that are allowable within the sport of boxing?
Yeah, I don't even know. So J. Real Music says, of course Manny was on the juice. He was an 8 division champion.
So you're saying for all the 8 times that he became champion, he was on the juice? Yeah, he was juiced up, beating anybody's ass. I'm just joking, yeah.
Or maybe he was just a malnourished Filipino who had proper access to nutrition. Maybe that was it too.
Yeah. But I mean, even back 2007, we can go further down. Testing wasn't as prevalent as it is now, right? As far as the boxing.
Back then?
The boxing community.
All I know is, look, I can't speak about Manny Pacquiao back then in the day, but I can tell you his last like 7, 8, 9 fights, he's been on VADA testing. He's been on VADA testing his last 7, 8, 9 fights.
So I just let you
And
know.
he came up with other people, and people still accuse him. But then Mayweather, Floyd, nobody ever accuses him. They say he's clean. He polished himself. I want everything on an even playing field. Even playing field. Meanwhile, this guy's injecting lidocaine into his head. He's sticking needles in his ass. He's got Memo Heredia working with him in his fights in Vegas. And y'all want to accuse Pacquiao of being on PEDs.
The fight that made me
I'm not even. Look, he might have been on PEDs.
The fight that made me laugh most about Floyd Mayweather was the fight with him and what's his name? The guy with the axe. What's the name that we talk about all the time? Cool. You know what I'm talking about. That Floyd Mayweather said he didn't like the name of the brand of the gloves or something of the gloves because of the weight or something.
Maidana?
No, it wasn't Maidana. It was,
yeah, it was Maidana.
Margarito?
No, it was Margarito. It was you had an interview with him, the black dude from
Oh, DeMarcus Corley.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah,
that shit killed me.
This dude Floyd Mayweather made DeMarcus Corley wear these heavy these pillows on his hand, these winning boxing gloves, because he was afraid of DeMarcus Corley piecing his ass up. And you saw DeMarcus Corley had a lot of success against him. So
that's crazy though, right? Like how can you do that to your opponent? Like what was the reasoning behind that? You taking them? The same thing with the raps. When you see the boxers being rapped, and you see that in one of the fights not too long ago where Abel Sanchez is questioning or about some rapping everything. Come on, man. If I have a Nike and you have Adidas, that's what you like. I'm gonna tell you to take off what you don't like because whatever reason, as long as legit you can do it. Let's give you an advantage to somebody else.
You ever see when he was fighting Marcos Maidana?
No.
I think it was him. So it was him, the commission, Robert Garcia, and then Floyd's like I guess they're showing Floyd the gloves Maidana's gonna wear. So they give him one of the gloves. It was I forget what kind of glove it was, but it was a puncher's glove. It was like because there's certain gloves they use in boxing that where the padding isn't as thick.
So you're gonna hit the solid. It's like not Marcos, like bare knuckles.
Yes. So they have certain gloves in boxing that are referred to as puncher's gloves, and whatever glove that he had in his hand, he felt it. He said, "Oh hell no, hell no!" And he told him, "No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that, champ."
But I mean, he has that right to do that because he's a champion. He can actually tell somebody, "You need to."
I mean, they changed his gloves.
Crazy.
I would tell him.
I couldn't fight that because it's like baseball. A baseball player has a certain bat, a certain glove he wears, or pitcher, whatever the case, or in any sport. And here comes somebody else telling you from the outside, "Hey, check him out. I don't like that color of the glove, this and that, or he's doing this."
Yeah, he needs to wear pillows.
Now you threw my game off because this is what I've been fighting with all the time, no matter how you look at it. When you have a favorite equipment that you always like, no matter how many gloves or whatever, you're always going to use that equipment. But for somebody to come out and literally say, "Okay, I don't want you to wear those for whatever reason," just say, "Okay, whatever you say you can do." And basically that's how it is. But money talk, BS walks.
I'll say this, man. Eddie Hearn needs to come to these comments, man. Like Eddie Hearn needs to come to this comment section because some of y'all are saying y'all fight AJ for 20K. One guy said I'll fight AJ for 2 mil. So if y'all can get in the rankings, maybe y'all can work something out with one of these sanctioning bodies. Maybe the IBO or some shit, and get you in the rankings, and then there you go.
And I talk to him about that. Tell me American, make sure.
Let's get into some other stories. I don't know if you heard, but it's been reported that about 5 hours ago, this was reported that Manny Garcia is officially set to vacate his WBC 140-pound title. And Luke Campbell, mandatory challenger, will fight for the belt, and he'll fight he'll fight his an opponent for the vacant belt. And so let's go over the boxing rankings. Let's see who we could possibly fight. I have an idea of one guy who might be able to fight. Whatever the WBC rankings as it stands. Okay, so you have Luke Campbell, you're number 1, and you go to number 2, you go to number 3, and then you go to number 4. Look what you see. Our main man, Teofimo Lopez.
Oh!
You got Devin Haney as well, but so I wouldn't mind that either. But you got Teofimo Lopez at number 4. So they were saying they want they want Lomachenko. Lomachenko wants Teofimo to get a belt. So I'm hoping the WBC and does right, and they get Luke Campbell to fight Teofimo Lopez. And I'm not even gonna that fight's gonna be no pushover. Luke Campbell's a good fighter, experienced fighter, been in there with top names.
Right.
Teofimo would definitely have his hands full. Teofimo Lopez versus Luke Campbell. Ooh, good fight.
And then you can say, okay, now it's time to, for Loma to come out or whatever. There's no.
I just want to get that belt so I can come on here.
Or I like to see if Comey comes back after his injury, or whatever, and even if Comey fights Teofimo and the winner fights Loma or something like that. You know what I mean? I don't know what's gonna happen because whatever. But I'm just saying in general. Yeah.
So you have that. So things at 135 are heating up. We do have a couple interesting fights this week. I know.
And what's it do with Russell, man? I haven't heard Russell for lightweight.
That's how he is. He fights one time. You don't hear about him for 9 months, and then he has a fight coming up.
So how do you?
Honestly, for a guy as talented as him, he's had a very wasteful career. Like if I said, Brendan, give me an example of if you said, Brendan, give me an example of an out-hand fighter who's had his entire career just completely wasted. I would say Gary Russell Jr.
And it's funny we speaking about I remember before his last fight, a couple weeks before the fight, they had him on Showtime or show whatever he was boxing when he was talking live, and he would say they were asking him how many fights. Well, I used to only fight once a year, but this year I'm gonna be active. I haven't heard from him. Isn't he the same weight class as Ramirez? Oh no, right?
No, he's not. Santa Cruz.
Oh, Santa Cruz, yeah. I'm talking about Russell, the black guy.
I know talking about.
I never seen much about him. They say he's a good fighter, but he's never active enough.
Yeah, Lomachenko beating is never the same. Jay Real Music says, I like to see Regis Prograis go up to 147 after he cleans out 140.
Yes, there you go.
Hold up.
Yeah,
Hold up.
I like that one.
Hold up.
Boom! There you go. Put a Louisiana love here.
You talking about Regis Prograis cleaning up 140 like it's a foregone conclusion. You got me messed up. Josh Taylor still exists, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's
Josh Taylor. Listen, Josh Taylor has a tough. Listen, Regis is fighting this Saturday or Friday, I think.
Yeah.
In the World Boxing Super Series against Kyle Relic. That'll be the toughest fight of his career. Best guys ever fought. If he gets through it and gets to the final, Josh Taylor's got a harder fight. He's got to deal with Baranchenko.
Right.
But I'm telling you right now, I was watching this fight. I was watching the fight today. I was rewatching his last fight with Terry Flanagan on the Zone today. My friend Paul over here. And Terry Flanagan was good. Is a solid fighter. But I don't know, man. Like Regis is good, athletic fighter, does a lot of good things well. But I saw some things Josh Taylor will definitely exploit. No doubt about it. If he fights him.
You make a video on that? Wow. I just like Regis. I mean, I think. I remember when they asked him one time about Adrian Broner, he said, I don't even want to talk about that. He come over here.
Yeah, no. Regis Prograis has looked absolutely fantastic. His last couple fights. He's someone that I think is one of the better American talents out there. It's just now he has to fight those top guys and validate what people are thinking about him. Because you rate him highly. You're picking him to win the tournament. Yeah. And I say you got the game messed up. I think Josh Taylor is going to
tear him apart.
Not tear him apart. I think he's going to beat him.
How about another guy that I like his prospect is Don't Blink.
Josh Greer?
I like Josh Greer. I think he's gonna go far. I mean, I think he had his last fight, his first knockout, whatever. But yeah, him. And there's a lot of young good prospects coming out too. So yeah, I'm a big fan of his. There's another guy. I think Eddie Hearn's son. I forgot that guy's name. I don't no disrespect after that. He's real good.
Maurice Hooker?
No, man, he's good, but that's not what I'm talking about. He's another younger than that. He's good too.
He's a young fighter?
He's a sharpshooter or something. I forgot.
Arthur Jones III? Raymond Ford?
My phone.
I'm not sure what. Anyway. People are going on in the comments about Regis Prograis. My man Triple JJJ said 140 isn't the same division now as when Crawford fought there. It's a strong division now. Absolutely. And that's why, fair play to Crawford. He went undisputed. He did what he had to do. But I mean, it is something to think about. Like, how good would Crawford actually be at this 140? Because this 140 is a lot better than the 140 he fought in.
I want to ask you a question. Let's get you up. Granados, will he beat if he went to 140?
Would he beat Regis Prograis 140?
I mean, we were saying that he could probably dominate and be better off and going fall left.
He'd be a world champion at 140, easy. Could he beat Prograis though?
Tough to say, right?
I think Prograis would probably beat Granados. I think Prograis would beat Granados. Because of the fact that I love Adrian, man, but like, you know, pisses me off. Like, he's never tightened up his defense, bro. Like, he be dropping his hands too much, and like, with a guy like Regis, who's as awkward as he is, as athletic as he is, who punches from as many angles as he is. I would just, the way I see that fight playing out, I would see Granados coming forward, push Regis really hard for the first 4 to 5 rounds. But as the fight goes on, I see Regis timing him, countering him, and I don't think he would stop Adrian, but I definitely think he would win a very close decision against Adrian. But as far as some of these other guys at 140, like Jose Ramirez, I think is tailor made for Adrian Granados. I think Adrian would give Jose Ramirez a good fight, probably beat him.
Take his belt.
Take his belt. That's his belt anyway. Honestly, like literally, like he should have got the title shot when he beat Amir Imam, and he never got it.
Oh, you told me about that. He got black belt, yeah.
So.
What else?
Maybe that's interesting to think about. Like, a lot of people say they want to see Regis Prograis go up to 147 and fight some of the top guys there.
That'd be nice too. I mean,
he's been calling out Crawford. He's been calling out Crawford. He wants to fight Crawford, so I wouldn't mind seeing that.
147 is so stacked with a lot of fighters that, I mean, you'd be a fool to say you don't want more, add more fighters.
I mean, you got prospects coming up too. You got like some really good prospects, like Jaron Ennis coming up. You got Josh Kelly coming up. You know.
Mm-hmm. When is Jared Horton and Ernest Williams fighting?
That's May something.
May 4th is
Canelo. That's the day that Canelo slaughters Jacobs.
Come on.
I don't really like Canelo, but he's gonna beat Jacobs. That's a foregone conclusion.
You tell me because it's politics. I'm not.
No, I'm not even talking politics. I'm talking about pure boxing. It's a foregone conclusion.
What do you see Canelo doing that?
You see the man throw level to the body?
Yeah.
You ever see him counter punch?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your answer.
So what you telling me? That's what he's gonna do to Jacobs?
I know that's what he's gonna do to Jacobs.
Jacobs said, and I shouldn't just say about Jacobs. I should be watching. They say he's never fought a fighter with his style of move. He's not gonna stand there and be a straight target. He moves side to side. And I like Jake. He's got heart. He's showing it, and I think he's be more motivated.
Look, I hope he wins because it'd be a good feel good story. He's an American fighter, so you know, I want to get behind the guy. I like him. I think he's actually one of the very few American fighters I like. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
But I'm just being honest.
Right.
I've seen him fight. I saw him in a big fight against Golovkin. I saw him go there not to win, but to say that I gave a good effort and I survived. And then, you know, he had a couple good rounds. People say, oh, yeah, Jacobs had a good fight. And you got people say, oh, Jacobs did this. No, Jacobs lost. He lost, and he came in overweight on purpose, too, just so you know that. So he's chinny.
Hypothetically speaking, though, so then let's just say that Canelo keeps a belt and moves on. Who would you want Canelo to actually fight to give him a true test, if that's what you're saying?
Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade.
Wait, you tell me that.
Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade.
Who do you guys like to see? You know what I like? I like Saunders. I don't know why. I started liking Saunders.
He's at 168. He's trying to fight Gilberto. He's calling out Gilberto Ramirez to come back down to 168.
He's not gonna come back now.
Gilberto don't want that smoke. Billy Joe box circles around him.
But I think that I like how he, you know, mentality and everything. And that fight is good. Josh Warrington, that fight with Kid Cool, whatever his name is, Cool, whatever. That's gonna be a good fight too.
Who?
Josh Warrington and
Kid Galahad.
Yeah, Kid Galahad. Yeah, that's definitely gonna be a good fight. So there's a lot of things going on out there. Lightweights. Rank size.
Oh, that's this week. Ron Vasari versus Strada.
This week, right?
Oh,
this week, right?
Yeah, that's this Saturday. I gotta make some videos for that, man.
That's the only big fight right now. Yeah, right. Yeah.
No, you got a couple fights. You got the World Boxing Series this week. You got Ron Vasari versus Strada, and then you got the least important of the three. You got Rancis Bartholomew versus Robert Easter. It's not a horrible fight, but it's not like a fight I'm overly excited about.
I'm like I said, I would go to watch the Rancis and Strada fight for me.
Mm-hmm.
Only because I'm pulling for Strada to come out and just do what he do best. It's crawl like a rooster.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Someone asked me, how do you think Teofimo Lopez will do at 140? Because soon he'll be too big for 135.
Ooh, that's a good question.
That's a great question. Well, you all know I rate Teofimo Lopez very, very highly. Again, I think if he's able, I think he'll be a world champion at 140. The same way I think he'll be a world champion at 135. Teofimo Lopez is the truth. Teofimo Lopez is a killer. Teofimo Lopez does a lot of things really well. He understands game boxing very well. He's someone that has insane amount of self-confidence and self-belief.
Oh my God!
And it's gonna take him far. Now, I'd like to see him in there with the top 140 guys when he gets there. When that happens, we don't know, but it can't be too far away because he's been going on about how he's doing weight train. So, and we know that because he's a massive 135 pounder. So.
He's even said it though, like that's why he was saying about Lomachenko that you're either gonna come up, you're either gonna take me while I'm still here waiting, or I'm just gonna move up. I mean, so 140. I don't know if he's gonna ever get to 147. You think he'll be at 147 at some point? Fimo.
It's possible.
Yeah. Pretty big. I like him. Powerful, young kid. I like him a lot. So we'll see what happens with him.
I agree, J. Rio. Boo Boo Andrade, the most skilled at 160. That's why these guys don't want no smoke. Okay, they don't want to fight him. Even the ones on the zone don't want to fight him.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
They'll do everything they can. I bet you they ask Canelo about reaching Andrade, he'll forget how to speak Spanish.
You see,
He'll forget how to speak Spanish.
And I think Andrade's bigger than him too, right? Taller, height-wise, and
He's tall. Everybody. He's
reach.
tall.
Yeah. And people were criticizing for his last fight, but I think Andrade did pretty great. I think he did pretty good. I think they say he slipped or whatever. Blah blah blah. Blah. It wasn't a knockout. He was knocked down, then he counted. Whatever. Come on, man. I mean, there's a reason why people, even when he wasn't with the zone, he was by himself for the longest. Nobody called him out.
Nope.
And it wasn't because it was in hiding, because I remember a lot of times he came out and made some videos.
He didn't run up on people. He literally went to the Charlotte press conference. He hijacked the mic and started asking them questions. And he was like, "When can I fight you?" He's like, "Well, Mr. Charles, well, I'm a fighter, bro. My manager got to do that." So,
Everything. I hate when a fighter hires a manager or shit like that. Yeah. So that'd be a great fight if that ever happens. And like I said, him and what's the name? We were talking about the 168. What's the name? Who you talking about him? Ramirez?
Ramirez, yeah.
He's pretty good, but I don't know who. I mean, we'll see what happens with that too.
All right, it's your boy BT. We're live here on True School
Yeah.
Sports.
Got any questions? Anything you guys want to shoot at us? We're here. The heavyweight, we know what's gonna happen here. Middleweight division, welterweight, flyweight.
I got an interesting one for you.
Yeah.
Derek Chisora's coach does not see Alexander Usyk as the right fight.
For Chisora?
Mm-hmm.
I think you mean that's for the after he fights Tag, right? He's fight Taken, right? So after he fights Taken, I don't understand what he's saying because I think who said it, Sugar Ray or somebody.
Dave Caldwell, who's Chisora's new trainer,
Yeah.
literally said that he's all wrong for him and he's not the right style. Basically, in other words, he's saying that Usyk will beat Derek Chisora's ass. In other words,
Well,
much.
I mean, Chisora is an old dog, and he in the last fight,
But God bless him, he looked good against Nagashi.
I know, but if he had actually fought a younger guy that had more what you would call it, skill and stuff, he would have been done.
Well, I got one for you. This is interesting. So we know Terrence Crawford doesn't have a lot of opponents, right?
Right. That's what
But there's one guy who's a marquee name in the division, or kind of in the division. Not in the division anymore, but he's come back in the division. Kell Brook wants to fight Terrence Crawford. He's calling for the fight. I guess they were saying that they want the fight to happen in England because they sell a lot of tickets there. Brian McIntyre, Bomac, his trainer, Fat Boy.
Yeah.
He said that. He said basically, in other words, fuck that. We're not doing that. We're not going to England to fight Kell Brook. They don't see the point in that. Now it's funny. Now it is interesting because
it's crazy.
Errol Spence went over to England. I mean, I know it's for a belt.
Yeah.
So it's different, but he went over to England. He beat Kell Brook. So why can't Crawford do the same?
And I'm gonna stick with what Kovalev said one time. A true champ will go anywhere and fight, no matter where it's at.
Yeah, I'll tell you this, man. I'd love to see that fight.
I mean, yeah, I think
anything would see.
Brook, do you think Brook has more power than him though?
Who?
Than Crawford, power wise. Bigger, right? He's bigger, right? When he's got power.
I don't know anymore because he'll be weight training if he probably fights him. But what I'll say is this: I'll get more excited about that than Khan. That's why I didn't get excited
yeah.
about Khan, because I knew
Yeah.
Khan was shot. I mean, Brook was kind of shot too, looked like shit in his last fight. But man, Brook's a warrior.
Yeah,
Brook wants smoke.
So yeah, that'd be great fight. I think that'd be a good fight, if it happens. But now these people, now they're saying no. Now all his fights can be in the Crawford's fights can be in Nebraska and in the U.S. At some point he's gonna have to.
I ain't scared. No nigga from Nebraska.
You know, I'm saying, I'm saying eventually he's gonna have to go out there and do what other champions do. You know, that's why I respect a lot of other champions that do stuff like that. They don't just stay friggin' in home base constantly. You know, and the fight that I'm really excited about, the Anus Williams and Williams and her fight. That's what I'm
You really excited for that fight? You keep talking about it. I'm not. Why are you so excited for that fight?
Something about I just like I don't know why I like about Williams. I just think it hurt. I mean, what's that? The fight that hurt last time, that was like a fight from the gumball machine. That little guy gave him a lot of a fight for his money. Then he started boxing. He started getting serious because he that little ass was gonna beat him.
What was the guy? I can't remember the guy's name.
The guy's
right
name?
now. I know.
Yeah, he came out. No, he came. I was like, oh shoot. He woke up real quick. You know, but I guess that was the fight just to test his shoulder. Or what did they say?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but you don't touch our shoulder. Okay, that's what you thought. You know. I hope that the other fight that I really want to see, I want to see Hogan back in the ring with somebody to show he's legit. I mean, he got robbed because.
Hold. Let me cut you off. Haka Mustang, it was. We spent the first like 20 to 25 minutes talking about that. You know, you can give your listen because he's coming in here. Give your thoughts on Ortiz ducking AJ. What are your thoughts?
Oh man, I'm shocked on that. You know why? Because I've been a big follower of Ortiz, and I'm saying, oh, he's calling everybody out, nobody's answering him because he's too old, blah, 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 blah. And now he gets a chance of a lifetime to not only make money, but get the belts.
Get the belts.
From the top dog right now. However you want to look, he's the top dog in the UK besides Tyson Fury, but he's a top dog. And you get an opportunity in your life, you take into account where you came from, where you're at now, how much money you're going to make in that fight. And when they ask you, you didn't say AJ, you said quack quack. So I'm very disappointed and I'm really angry about that. And that's what pisses me about boxing. And I guarantee Al Heyman has something to do with that.
Yeah, so it's a sad state of affairs for Luis Ortiz.
Yeah, I mean, he'll never make that money. It's like I was telling him earlier. So far, the PBC fighters have lost $108 million. Hans Brahma lost $108 million to take Deontay Wilder when he didn't take the offer from Eddie Hearns.
No, they gained.
And now, Eddie Hearns offered this guy $8 million. Who knows if he ever made that in this country before? Never. He'll never see that. And then they call him a cheat. How's he cheating? Or what more do you want? He's offering you what you never probably ever made in your career. So I'm very, very disappointed in the fact that Ortiz. And then my son was telling me, and we were amongst ourselves and our friend Paul, who because maybe the fight was too short as far as training for Ortiz, and also if he was taking some type of chemical or he said substance that might have caused him to fail the test or something. Who knows? Because what they always say, once a cheater, always a cheater.
That is what they say.
So that's my thoughts on that. So yeah, here in True School Sport, we call it the way we see it, whether I'm right or wrong. I'm not running away. I accept the fact, you know. I had listened to my young son of words of wisdom, maybe I wouldn't be getting here, but bring it on. I don't care. That's what I'm here for.
There you go.
But at the same time, I think it's when fighters duck or whatever, they're just hurting the fans. And they don't have respect for themselves.
Absolutely. Well, I'm be honest with you, Dad. I'm getting a little tired.
Yeah, I know. I got you.
Any final words to the boxing fans out there that are watching?
Yeah, I mean, any questions, whatever. Thank you for supporting us and watching us. I enjoy coming here. This is like my therapy, believe it or not. I can talk boxing all night. I love you guys. Give me comments, positive and negative, because it's part of boxing. So have a blessed night. And always remember, hit that dial, hit that like sign, True School Sports.
Subscribe, all that good stuff. But yeah.
Thank you.
Quack, quack. That's the way we're going to end this.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go enjoy this bottle of